Hello, awesome people. I hope you're having a great day today. Today, we're taking a look at the 10-page short story in this collection, the Cthulhu Cycle, which I'll link to you in the comments below. It took me about a half an hour for me to go back and read it a second time for you folks. It's written by Alan Dean Foster. It's his first thing he had ever published. He published it when he was really, really young. He would go on to have a huge career in science fiction, fantasy, and horror, publishing a lot of things that are very popular with fans today, including some things in the Star Wars universe. This is the first thing he read. He had published it. This short story is called Some Notes Concerning a Green Box. He had written it the day after he had discovered Lovecraft. And this is his first sort of publication and so forth. He sent it on to August Derleth. August Derleth probably has a joke just saying, hey, I think it's pretty cool stuff too. After doing a deep dive into Lovecraft, August Derleth knew a good thing when he had it, so he published it in one of his magazines that he published from the Arkham House publishers that he co-founded with a couple of other co-writers of the H.P. Lovecraft circle, and cadre of writers like Donald Wandre and others. And he kept a lot of the Cthulhu Mythos stuff alive with the particularly of 1960s Tales of the Cthulhu Mythos that's published with a bunch of Lovecraft stuff and other stuff too that was popular in the genre, which Lovecraft created with the Call of Cthulhu, late 1920s, in the pulp era stuff. He incorporated a lot of things from his previous things. Then he encouraged his co-writers to write other things, and then he included some other things like Seth Agua from Clark Ashton Smith or Robert E. Howard's stuff and so forth. And then Derleth, one of his proteges, also one of the contemporaries who was writing in the first generation of the Cthulhu Mythos, he sort of will take over the second generation. And this is a second generation story for you folks. It's definitely one of the ones that's more influential on things and so forth. So it's fun. I like it. I think it's a fun diversion. And this is, again, the second time I've gone back and read it for you folks, and I enjoy it. It's set in California. Our point of view character is a grad student who's doing research and stuff in antiquities. He comes across a green box back in the back, which is the title of the short story. It's unlocked, and he opens it up more out of boredom than anything else. He realizes that this is related to his degree. He goes to copy it, and then the local security guard and librarian see him with the keynotes from this box. They ask him if he was, and they're really upset. They consult, and they come back and ask him if he was doing copies. He lies and tells them no, and then keeps his copies, and then does research. And then for like the last 8 pages, this 10-page short story will be what has happened with some stuff that he has discovered in this green box, and then his research based on what he finds to find out if it was true or not. And that's sort of the concept. Again, I can't get my spoiler free, so I'm only giving you the first couple of pages of this to get your feet wet and so forth. But again, I keep my review spoiler free. I like it. I think it's a nice thing. But it's Alan Dean Foster he wasn't expecting to get published, right? He was writing this off as a fun little thing, right? It's his first short story. It's not as well developed as some of his later stuff would be. So I'm probably only going to be giving it a 6 out of 10. It's also got a lot of talking and a lot of as he finds stuff and he goes and does his research and so forth, and so it's probably more description and less actual plot than probably is worth it. Although it's fast, it's only 10 pages long, so it's not to its major detriment. So I'm only giving it a 6 out of 10, but it's fun. I enjoyed it. And that is Some Notes Concerning a Green Box by Alan Dean Foster. As a reminder, I dedicate October to my channel, to the Cthulhu Mythos. And again, that was created by H.P. Lovecraft and inspired this second generation short story in 1971 by Alan Dean Foster and many, many other people too for you folks. And so this is a part of that section of my channel that I dedicate to it. As a reminder of the channel's name, the worst thing about new books is a quote by a French philosopher from the 1800s named Jacques Schubert, who said that the worst thing about new books was that they kept us from reading the old ones. And so an old short story from 1971, decades ago, even before I was born in 76, was definitely something that's a key part of this channel's sort of passion. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing a deep dive into it. So there you are. I'll go ahead and leave you to it. Have you read this short story? If so, what did you think about it? Do you agree or disagree with my 6 out of 10? If so, let's talk about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, why not hit that subscribe button? Because there's going to be a lot more to follow. And then finally, I want to thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and investing it and watching my video. We all have so many things that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me is incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.